What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to talk about why you shouldn't listen to haters. Now, the first thing that you got to understand is that you should be open to taking advice in your life, guys, but it should be advice from people that you actually trust. And the beautiful thing about advice is you don't have to take it. So you want to make sure that the advice that you're taking is something that you want to take, and you're taking it from people that actually want to see you do good in life and people that don't want to bring you down. You're gonna listen, you're gonna hear, like, unless there's no way of shutting off your ears, but you can ignore people obviously, but you're gonna hear comments, guys, eventually about people making fun of you. You don't have to listen to it. You don't have to, you don't have to pay attention to it. But as far as sitting down and actually listening to advice, it is a good idea from people that actually care about you. Now, you kind of know when somebody is trying to bring you down versus actually trying to give you good advice, guys, because they're a lot more choicey with their words. They're a lot more like just kind about the way that they go about things. And it could be a tough love kind of thing. So they may be a little bit harsh, it seems, with their words, but they always kind of offer like a suggestion on how to improve in a way that actually seems realistic for you to change something to benefit your life. It's not just like sitting there chirping you. However, with that said, sometimes people chirp you. There is a difference between somebody just kind of like making fun of you and having like a nice little laugh with you, and you're just like not taking yourself seriously and just having a couple of laughs with the boys or whatever, versus like somebody actually chirping you and trying to bring you down. So you have to kind of pay attention to that fine line of whether somebody is disguising their meanness and trying to make it look like they're trying to be funny, but they're really just kind of just trying to bring you down. With that said, we're talking about haters here, so understand that you always need to learn and improve, and that's through feedback. But haters are just trying to pull you down. Why? The main reason is, you guessed it, jealousy. So the reason that haters try to bring you down, they're jealous, honestly, guys, because they're mad that they can't do what you're doing. It's either something that they feel like they can't do, or they want to do it and for some reason like they can't. Like, for example, if you're being confident in a room and you're making a lot of people laugh, if that person feels like that's something that they wish they could do, or that's something that they tried and they feel like they can't do it, then they're going to try to bring you down and try to be like, oh, you're not that funny, or that joke was kind of weird, like, oh, you're kind of weird, like, what are you talking about? They'll try to bring you down, but secretly, guys, they kind of want to be like you. They wish that they could do what you're doing, basically. Now, if someone goes through life and they're programmed to think a certain way, they're going to believe in certain limitations. Then if they see somebody doing something out of that ordinary, they're going to think that you shouldn't be doing that. So they're going to try to stop you and discourage you, because not that they don't necessarily believe that you should be doing that, but because they believe that people shouldn't be doing that. So therefore, they believe that you shouldn't either. They think that since they are limited by these limitations that they made up in their head and that they can't do certain things, that you shouldn't either. So like basically everything kind of comes back to the haters, guys. Haters are more so projecting how they feel about themselves and how they think about themselves, and just how they think about the world. If something goes against what they know, they push back. A lot of these people are way too focused on what other people think, and they're too worried about what other people are doing with their lives. They're really just addicted to these negative emotions, addicted to hatred, gossiping, negative energy. And if it wasn't you guys, if it wasn't you that they were hating on, they would hate on somebody else, because they're addicted to the feeling of hatred. They're not necessarily hating specifically on you. So you don't want to take this too personally. And I'll make another video of talking about why you shouldn't take things personally. But they're gonna replace you with somebody else to feel that hatred that they're addicted to. So just keep in mind that it always comes back to haters. Basically, it always comes back to them. The funny thing about haters, guys, is that they'll also be your secret fans, and they'll go behind your back and try to do exactly what you're doing. Even worse, something that they are criticizing you for is things that they fail at in their lives. So again, it kind of comes back to the fact that they feel like they can't do something, so they make fun of you for it. So I'll give you some examples. Like I was mentioning before, let's say if you make some funny jokes, someone may make fun of you for making jokes, but what they're actually feeling inside is that they wish that they could be funny like you. So they're going to try to bring you down to make you feel not confident to make those funny jokes and be confident in the room, because they feel like they can't be like that and they wish they could be like you. So The funny thing is, though, when you're not in the room and they're in the room with other people, maybe in a different situation with a different set of people, they're going to be now trying to be the funny one in the room, because the irony of it is that they want to be like that. And since they can't be like that, they're jealous of you. So what they're going to do is use your jokes potentially, and then try to come up with other jokes and try to be the funny person, just like how you were being the funny person before. So they're really projecting their feelings, guys, a lot of the times. Or even, let's talk about something else. Sometimes somebody will hate on you because it's something that they failed at. So if you're like a healthy person and you eat healthy and you exercise a bunch, somebody might fit shame you. And behind your back, they're not eating super healthy, but they're actually doing way, way worse. So let's say you're eating really healthy. Like somebody might call you like, oh, you're so obsessed with your health and blah, 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 blah. And then because you're doing something good that they wish they could do, but they can't, and that takes discipline, they're going to now be behind your back eating some cheesecake. And there's nothing wrong with eating cheesecake in moderation. But guys, we're talking about people that are just like overeating on this stuff and just doing something that clearly is bad for them, but they have the audacity to criticize you for eating healthy, doing something that's actually good for you. Or it'll be something like you're a healthy person, you decide to have a cheat meal and they decide to chirp you and they're like, oh, you're falling off the diet or whatever, right? And then behind your back, they're eating like twice the amount as you. They're eating a bunch of cookies. They're eating like this, not just once in a while, but every time. But they still feel the need to criticize you when you eat like this once in a while, yet they do this all the time. So just keep in mind, guys, a lot of the times haters will criticize you and they'll either try to be like you or they'll do the exact opposite of you and criticize the little flaws that you make, but they're doing the same thing in a greater magnitude of flawedness. So just keep that in mind and not like worry so much about what they're saying and what other people are thinking about you. Guys, the whole point of this video really is just to say that you need to know who you want to be in life and what you want to actually achieve, and then you need to put the blinders on and then just go after it. People are always going to comment, and the more that you achieve, the more people are going to comment on you. But you got to keep in mind, guys, we pay way too much attention to the negative emotions. And if you have like 10 people that like your video, 10 people that dislike your video, why is it that you don't get excited about the 10 people that like it, but you get so rattled up about the 10 people that dislike it? We pay way too much attention to the people that do not care about us. They're not even in, think about it. A hater is not spending time with you guys in your life. They're not somebody that you would want to take advice from. They're not your friend. They don't care about you. They don't text you. They don't check in with you and see how you're feeling. They don't help you pay your bills. They're not with you, hanging out with you. Like, they don't spend any kind of time with you. They're not in your life. So why do you care about what they have to say about something that you want to go after? Why are you so worried about what they have to say about you and your personality and what you want to achieve in life and what you're doing with your life and how you act? Like, why do you care about somebody that doesn't care about you and that's not in your life and that's literally making fun of you? So keep that in mind, guys. That's really important. You can only control what you do and what you focus on. So put your blinders on and just be responsible for your own life. The more you gain, guys, the more criticism you'll face. Just accept this form of life. I mentioned this before. Literally, if you don't think about the haters, their comments don't exist. It only gets to you if you let it get to you. You only let yourself get stressed out if you choose to get stressed out. You only quit if you choose to quit and let it get to you. What you want to keep in mind, guys, is that you want to focus on the journey in life. And the beautiful thing about the journey is the person that you become as you work towards something that you want to work towards. This could be like something in your career, something in your fitness, something in your relationships, some goal that you have in life. When you want to work towards it, the beautiful thing is not necessarily just achieving the goal, but it's about the character development that goes into you becoming the person that can achieve that goal. So if you have really high aspirations as far as, you know, say becoming wealthy or becoming more fit, it's not so much like having the six-pack that's amazing. It's the person that you've become that is able to have the six-pack, a person that's disciplined, a person that has knowledge on what to eat, when to eat, like how to eat, knowledge on how to exercise, and the joy in the journey of going to the gym, putting in the meals, and doing your grocery shopping, prepping the meals, and being disciplined when you feel like cheating on the diet, and being able to do this not just one day, but many days, many weeks, many months, and even years. The grind is every day, and that is how stuff gets done, guys. And the process and the journey and the struggles of becoming the person that can say no to the things that you should say no to and say yes to the things that you should say yes to get you towards your goal is ultimately the excitement of this whole journey. It's becoming the person that is able to get the thing that you want, not necessarily getting the thing that you want. All right, that's all I've got for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in another one. Peace.